Why do highly talented individuals eventually treat their work as a soulless task? Inside many organizations, motivation drops and quality slips until the work becomes a pure transaction. Write the code, close the ticket, collect the paycheck. In the 20th century, management theorist W. Edwards Deming diagnosed this decline, naming it the loss of pride of workmanship. When a team stops caring, the instinct is to blame the individual. But Deming argued the root cause is structural, a failure in the design of the system itself. Pride of workmanship is the internal satisfaction derived from building something meaningful and executing it well. We can visualize this drive as a central core. It exists separate from corporate pressure or financial rewards. You cannot trigger this motivation with a deadline. When this internal drive is protected, quality improves. The creator's care for the craft naturally generates structured, reliable output. Engineering excellence cannot be forced by management. It is a byproduct of an environment where a worker is permitted to care. Systemic pride is destroyed by a hyperfixation on metrics, relentless targets, and stripping employees of control over their own processes. Modern software engineering provides a clear example of how this systemic breakdown occurs. Most engineers start with a desire to architect clean, elegant, and highly reliable codebases. Then the friction hits. Unrealistic deployment deadlines, and the pressure to deliver new features instantly. As deadline indicators strike the architecture, the pristine web deteriorates. Pressure forces developers to implement quick fixes and abandon refactoring. This tangled mass becomes technical debt. It's the compounding future cost of a limited solution today, acting as a weight that slows future development. When a system mandates speed over structure, it leaves talented engineers with no choice but to intentionally do bad work, directly killing their pride. AI development teams face a similar paradox, starting with the goal of building reliable, understandable, and ethically sound models. However, the race for benchmark supremacy, the push to score highest on standardized tests of model capability, creates a panic to release products before competitors. To survive the race, developers make compromises, often ignoring known system limitations and cutting vital testing corners. This radar chart tracks speed, performance, and safety. As the data point for speed is dragged to the maximum, the safety perimeter collapses entirely to accommodate it. In frontier technology, a system that strips away a researcher's pride of workmanship transforms technical failure into societal risk. Many organizations operate on the fallacy that increasing stress and expectations will improve performance. They try replacing internal motivation with external incentives, but the performance scale remains stagnant, even as heavy weights drop. This causes total detachment. The connection to the craft becomes a rigid mechanical gear, turning only when forcefully pushed. Relying on external pressure guarantees compliance with minimum requirements, but it erodes the pursuit of excellence. Deming argued that the primary role of management is to protect pride of workmanship by identifying and removing the barriers that prevent good work. Leaders must reduce artificial pressure, redesign broken workflows, and explicitly allocate time for quality. Supporting craftsmanship and allowing time for excellence serves the organization better than relying on external incentives or prioritizing raw speed. Organizations that protect this intrinsic pride build superior, reliable systems and retain deeply engaged teams who care about the results. To achieve elite engineering quality, stop pushing people harder. Engineer a system where they are permitted to take pride in their craft.